What's up, everybody? Hope everyone's having a good day as best as possible. Today's video is going to be a little interesting, I would say. In my view, I question to myself, how do people want to have kids in today's world? Like, think about how hard life is, just not even having a kid just yet, let's say. You got to work, whether you have a kid or not, obviously, because you got to make that dough. But having a kid's just going to add more stress because then you got to be more there for him. You're a father now or a mother, whichever gender that you are, and you got to be there for your son or daughter. And the thing that's, people don't think about is, let's say, for example, right, that, there's some couples that are financially unstable. They're not doing so well, but they don't think about the whole picture. They still just think, oh, I want to have a son, or I hope it's a girl or a boy, whatever it is. They have a kid. Now, they're financially unstable, and now that poor son or that poor daughter is going to be pretty much in that mess too. Born in a broke family, let's say. So now the pressure's really going to him or her, because now he or she's got to figure out how to better herself or himself to try to get by in this rat race society that we all live in, because the parents didn't think about the financial stuff. All they thought about was fooling around, having a kid. And now who suffers? The son or the daughter. I would say the parents too, but at the same time, they're so dumb, But thing is, people don't think about the whole picture. They do not think about the whole picture. They don't. They want to think about the good things, which everyone does. Who doesn't want to think about the good things? Who doesn't want to think about good things? We all do. But there's bad things. There's risk to everything. What if the son, what if the kid comes out, disabled, whatever the case is. Not everyone's mental strength is the same. There's someone that could be mentally strong. Oh, I'm mentally strong. My son's going to be the same way. He's going to take after his dad. That's not always the case. It could be the case. It may not be the case. Someone thinks when when people that don't have a mental illness, people don't understand. Maybe some do, but the majority of people do not understand what they go through. Not everyone can handle the way life is. Think how hard life is. You think everyone wants to work. You think everyone wants to pay bills. Not everyone can handle this pressure, because this really isn't living. In my perspective, this is just trying to get by. You're just trying to make a living. You're trying to provide for yourself. You're trying to get by. You're trying to stay alive, when really you're not alive, because you're not living the big dream that you're told that you're living. You're not. This ain't no American dream. This ain't no dream, or any dream. You're just enslaved by the government to work your coolies off to try to get by in life. And you bring another child into this rat race society, and now he or she's got to go along with the same BS, And that's just, in my opinion, so unfair. I'm not saying guys don't have kids, but I just question to myself, why would you want to have a kid, Why do you want to bring another poor soul into this cruel world that we're in? We're struggling. We're trying to get by. And now we got to make him go through the same thing. Come on. And especially if you're financially unstable. Now he or she's really going to have that pressure. She's got to think, or he's got to think, how am I going to get out of this? I was born in a dump. I was born that I couldn't afford things. My parents were poor. And now I'm poor. I'm suffering, And sometimes it leads that person homeless, or even worse, they kill themselves because they can't take the pain. And could you blame the person? No. Do you feel bad for the person? Most definitely. What a cruel system that this is, that leads a person to that state of mind. People don't think, though, about these things. Sometimes the person has a strong mental state where he just tries to stay positive, and he fights and he does whatever he could do to better himself. And you know what? he's lucky or she's lucky in that way, to have that type of energy in the head, because not everyone has that ability. And the poor people that don't have that ability, that's when they start leading to that step where suicide is an option. And I do not encourage suicide in any way. But the people that have committed suicide, at the same time, I can't blame them for what they did, because this really is a cruel, cruel world. Now, I'm not saying everybody go out there, jump off a bridge, or no, please don't, man. Trust me, please don't. But it's just, I can understand the reason why the person has made that decision. That's basically what I'm trying to say. And it's because, life is just, it's cruel, man. And the thing is, we just keep producing more into the rat race, producing more and more and more. You have another kid, then that kid might have a kid, and then that kid might have a kid, or your kid, just you get the picture. It just keeps going and going and going and going. It's a never-ending rat race society. The rat race just never ends. There's no finish line. There's no finish line. It just keeps going. It keeps going. And this is why I question to myself, like, why do people want to have kids? And especially in today's life, how everything's getting more expensive with this COVID crap going on. And even before the COVID crap, this is the least thing. Just life itself, how everything's getting harder. You got to work more than one job now just to try to survive and put meat on the table. Bread, I meant to say, One job's not enough. Sometimes in someone's case, they got to do another job just to make that extra half. Making a little bit on this, I got to make a little extra on this. And you're bringing kids into the world, and they got to go through the same footsteps. The sheep footsteps. And I say to myself, why do that to someone? Why? Do you guys think about the full picture before you guys make that decision, before you guys make that agreement? Sometimes people just don't think, especially people that are financially unstable. Do you guys think about that? Wait a minute, maybe we shouldn't have a kid because, look, we're not doing so well. I mean, look, we're struggling. We're just trying to get by. I don't even know how we're going to pay rent, or, I'm just making up something. But no, let me have a kid. And what's going to end up happening? What do you think's going to happen? How are you going to be able to afford that child, to feed your child? Things like that. When you guys can't even, when you're in that situation where you're struggling yourselves. And I'm just saying for an example, It's just people don't think, and that's the biggest problem that this world offers. Well, yeah, people don't think. When they think, when it's too late. When it actually becomes a reality, then that's when people start to realize, oh my God, I made a wrong decision. Why didn't I think? But before that reality is reality, people just have the slightest clue. They don't think. And that's the biggest problem on humanity, man. Yeah. Not trying to make a joke out of this. I'm not at all. It's the truth. People do not think like they should. And then another thing is, as a parent already, the mother's pregnant, let's say, the mother's pregnant. It's like some of the parents are already making the judges of what that child's going to do in their life. When the person's not even born yet, the baby's not even born yet, they're already making decisions of, I'm going to try to get her into law school, or whatever the case is. I'm just saying some examples here, guys. But it's like they're already, I'm trying to think of the best way to describe this. They're already making plans for their life when their life didn't even begin yet. They're not even alive. Well, they're not born yet, The person has the slightest clue what's going on, and it's like they're already figuring out what that person's going to do instead of what that person deep down wants to do. How do you know that person's going to like what you want the person to do, It's like parents sometimes force the child and make the plans for the child before the child's even old enough or even just born to see it for themselves. That's the problem that kind of burns me up. Not kind of, it does. It burns me up. I mean, who wouldn't, It's like they're agreeing to what your life's going to be based on, and you don't even know yet. I want to agree what my life's going to be based on. I'm me. You're you. You should have you. Me should, And that's the problem. So that's the thing when I mean by why I question why people want to have kids in a life like today. Especially, like I said, how things just keep getting more expensive. The quality of life keeps getting worse, like everything's getting higher. Taxes, bills, everything, man. What used to cost $20 now costs $40. A phone used to cost $1,000. Now you could see it's possibly going to start going $1,500, then maybe $2,000. What's it going to be one day? A phone's going to cost $5,000? Come on, man. You see what I mean? How everything just keeps going up? Instead of life getting easier, it's going the total opposite direction. But yet I question because people keep having kids and then they make these poor people suffer. Some of them have a strong momentum and they battle it through, and some, have problems, and me, I admit myself, I'm not ashamed to say this. I have, anxiety. I wouldn't say depression. I mean, I am depressed when I'm not feeling well. I mean, I think that would be anyone, to be honest, but not everyone's going to be strong. Like this one person's like, if I could do it, why can't you do it? What's your excuse? They don't understand that some people have problems. Some people have disabilities. Some people have, whatever the case might be. People don't understand that, though. They think if they can function, if everything is going well with them, then what's the problem with you? I can do it, so can you. I don't want to hear no it's or buts. We're in this together. And then that's the thing people don't understand. And this is why sometimes having kids makes it worse, because especially today, depression and anxiety is becoming more of a thing because life is getting harder. Life is getting harder. Just like suicide rates keep increasing because the way life is. Life just keeps getting harder and harder and harder and harder. And people are getting more pressured and more sick, physically sick, from mentally being sick, to the point where they start leading that path. And it's sad. I feel so damn bad for those people, man. But yet people don't think. They just keep producing more and more and more. And this is why this crap just keeps happening. And it's a shame, man. It's a shame. And especially if you're just not doing well as it is. And then you got to make the poor kid now have that problem, because now it's all on him. He's got to think now, mommy and daddy don't have the money. Mommy and daddy can't support you. You got to do it all on your own. There's no boost or anything. He's got to completely have all that stress on his hands. He's got to try to do whatever he can do. Hopefully he has the strength, because not everyone does. And that's why they become homeless. And sometimes, not everyone has that strength. And that's why things lead bad. Sometimes some people turn around, but it's just not right how people do that. It's not. People don't think beforehand. They just, they fool around and there you go. Now the outcome is not the way it should have been. People don't see it until it's too late. And that's the thing that really gets to me, man. People just have, a lot of people have no common sense, man, whatsoever. And it's a shame. But, yeah, I'm going to probably end it there. I actually want to make a video one of these weeks. I want to try to go back to the woods. There's this other path that I wanted to take you guys. I don't think I ever showed you. What's so messed up is I would say maybe 4 or 5 months ago, I took a video there. And what ended up happening was the video got full. My phone thing, the stupid storage nonsense got full. So I was like, all right, hopefully what I did record it saved. Only thing, it just couldn't continue because it didn't have enough storage. So I was like, all right, hopefully I go on the photos and whatever at least recorded's there. Nothing was there. Nothing was there. You know how mad I got? I was so far in the woods too. And I'm like, wow, all this didn't even count. I did this literally just for nothing. So I wanted to take you guys on the adventure in nature. And the phone let me down. So, now I try to delete as much stuff as I can. And I'm hoping maybe I could try it again. And hopefully no stupidity like that happens again. But we'll see what happens. But, this channel, what it says is basically what I like to try to talk about. But also there may be some videos I may do certain different things. Just, to make it, different, you know what I mean? Instead of sometimes talking about the same stuff, sometimes talk about other stuff, or sometimes just make videos on even different things that sometimes the name of the channel, what the name of the channel says. It doesn't always maybe have to be what it says, Mainly it is, though. This video is basically what I'm making now is what it is. But, I just want to, include you guys now in my life, since, I'm getting mad respect from you people and I appreciate it, So I want, slowly be more there, you know. I don't know how to say it, but yeah, man, you know. Anyway, I'm probably gonna end it there. Love you all, man. Stay safe in this heartless world, I should say. Yeah, not funny, man. I mean, it's the truth, you know. But try to stay safe out there, man. And yeah, that's about it, guys. Take it easy. Love you all. Peace out. And I question, why do you guys want to have kids? Take it easy, guys.